What's going on, YouTube? In this tutorial, I just wanted to spend a couple minutes talking about how you can use the IRR function and the XIRR function in Excel to calculate the internal rate of returns, which is just basically the point where the net present value is 0. So they both calculate the internal rate of returns, but one thing to keep in mind is that the IRR functions does not consider dates as cleanly as the XIRR function, as the IRR function automatically assumes an equal distribution of dates, often yearly, whereas the XIRR function allows you to pass through specific dates. So to use the IRR function, or internal rate of return function, is equals IRR, open parentheses, and then pass through the values that you want to use to calculate the internal rate of return. Note there has to be at least one negative value, which in this example is 0, 0, a cash outflow, and then one or more positive values being cash inflows in this example for the function to work. There is an optional argument called guess, and this is important to keep in mind as the internal rate of return function works by doing iterative calculations, kind of guessing and trying to get as close as possible to the calculation until it finds the solution. But if it can't find it within 20 tries, then it will return a num error. So you can pass through a guess, like 0.5 as an example, to help kind of guide the function to be closer to the internal rate of return, where it will default to 10% as the initial starting point for the iterative calculations if this is not used, but you can pass a different number if you want it to start at a different number instead. I'm going to leave this blank in this example. As you can see, we're doing IRR. It gives me a 12.12% return. If I pass in 0.5 for an example, it's giving the same number. But using the XIRR function, now this allows us to pass through specific dates. As you can see, we also have a cash outflow and cash inflows, but specific dates for when these transactions occurred. So you can do XIRR, well, in parentheses, the first argument is the values. So same thing, values, but the next argument is the dates. Note that with the IRR function, the XIRR function, you also have to have a negative cash and positive cash in your values as well, where you can pass through dates. And you can also use the guess argument if for some reason the function is not working. You try to get it closer to actually calculating the internal rate of return. As you can see, it's returning me 18.78%, but this is kind of cool though, because you can see if I change the dates like 2026 to 2027, for example, you can see how the internal rate of return automatically drops. And it does get a little bit wonky if the cash outflow, cash inflows change, but no, this is kind of cool because you can pass through specific dates with the XIRR function. With the IRR function, just assumes an equal distribution between dates, but both calculate your internal rate of return. That's it. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, like, subscribe, comment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.